hexadecimal converter, whatever. Okay, you want a converter.
You playing a video game?
Yeah. Okay. Here's a converter there. Okay. So all you have to do, you don't have to learn how to multiply, divide, and subtract all this here. You can do it in hexadecimal in your head and so on. But you've got to understand, let's go here for, where did I put mine? This is FF. If you look in the book there. FF is 255. So as you go down, you're going to come down from 255. So if you look at your primary colors there, you have your red, green, blue. So green would be where the green is, 255, okay? So this is RGB. So this one here would be 255. This would be all zeros. So now we're going by the number system. So 255, 0, 0, 0, 0 would be red, if you look in the book. Take that 255, put it here, and it's green. Okay, this will become 0, 0. Take it over there, 255, and make these zeros, and now you've got blue. So if you look at the color wheel there, then you have some other colors. These are called additive colors. They're what we work with. But your printer, various things don't work. They work with subtractive colors. So if you go back to the days of photography, when you got negatives, your color negative, if you work with that in a lab, with an enlarger to make a color print, you worked with subtractive colors. Okay? Your printer works with cyan, magenta, and yellow. It doesn't print RGB. Your monitor may be RGB. But anyway, so you do have to learn a little bit about the subtractive colors, and you'll see them here, right in the middle, including white. Okay? The easiest way to think about this, in my opinion anyway, is like this here. Take a triangle, make a second one, and you have a star. Okay? So the top one is R, G, B. If you look at your color wheel, that's pretty close. Okay? That's cyan, magenta, and yellow. You can think about it that way, or the chart I gave you as a circle. Doesn't really matter. Whatever is the easiest way for you to get it in your mind. This red here would be 0 degrees. You go around, so obviously 180, 360. So this would be 255 if you want red. These would be zeros. If you look at your chart there, when you come to yellow, okay, you've got 255, 255, 0. Magenta over here is 255, 0, 255. As I said, FF here would be 255. So if you look in the book, you'll see your color code there may be FF0000, and that is what? Red.
It's red.
Okay. Move that over here, FF, that's RGB, that'd be blue. So this is 25500. Now, my sister-in-law was here last week and she asked the question, isn't there an easier way to do this? Well, there is. They try to make everything easy. but for the engineer, it's not. For the designer, it's not. For the computer programmer, it's not easier. But for the common people, if you look in the middle of the book, you'll see what is called a color picker chart. Color picker. So this is what you're probably going to see as a user. You're going to be using all this, but you don't even know you're using it. But you're picking the color. You go around that wheel, you pick a color, and it would show you that. Okay? So it shows you a color there, what it is, and here's a hexadecimal code. That is this, and that is this. So it breaks it down for you.
It's a combination of.
Pardon?
It's a combination of all those.
Yeah, this is RGB, red, green, blue. FF, 0000, like that. In this case, for that color, it's no longer 255000. Now it might be, what? For yellow, it'd be 255255. Now if you go to, let's go to red here. And this gives you some samples of it. It's a nice little book. Open it. Now, when you say RGB, red, green, blue, each color has what they call tints and hues. So, my TV, when you look at my TV and you look at my face on my TV and I go to your house, it may be a little bit different because you set these little dials. And days gone by, not so much now, but you would set the tint and the hue. The color, the tint, and the hue. And that's what all these are. Okay? So let's take this one here. You want to read it to me? Yes, E-
2946. 2946.
E. So now what this will give you here, if you can see it, the hexadecimal code for R, okay, is going to be 356. Let's get octal, I'm sorry. For the decimal, it'll be 238, no longer 255. And here's what it is in zeros and ones. It's going to be 111, 01110. And this is what the computer is going to use. It's going to say on, off, on, and so on, just for red. And then it's going to come G for green, for blue. So go to another color. Let's take a blue. Yeah, is there another one? Find blue. That's green. Must be at the start. There is a blue. There it is. Okay. Now pick another one. Anyone.
66.
So again, these are the hues. All these are blues now. Okay. Aqua. Most of you have heard of aqua. So, violet and so on. So this is the code for that. So in here, then you would put in
325384.
32. Well, you do it just. Remember, it's RGB. So the first two letters are for R. The second two letters are for green. The next two letters are for blue. So this would be decimal 50. Okay, 32 in hexadecimal equals decimal 50. So again, you do not have to go through all this gyration of the brain. Just get a calculator like that. And if you need to get the binary code, it would be 110010. So it's not really as complicated as it seems. It's the same with math with using a calculator. Most kids use a calculator now. A lot of them don't learn the math with a slide rule like I did in school. Okay. Any questions? So again, if you have a slider, sometimes on the computer too, on your color picker, you'll have a slider. You can slide around, or if it gets into this kind of thing, you'll be able to slide these up and down, and you'll come with the color you want. Okay. Now, in your computer code, they've tried to make it simple too. there's about, if the last I remember, these things change. You can have CS1, next year it could be I think we're up to CS3 now. They keep adding things as computers get more complicated and better and so on. They actually give these colors names. So you can also find on the internet, if you look for it, a color chart. And it will have all these colors like this here, and you go down and find the one you want. You say, I want lime, or I want aqua. You want a dress, you want to make a color aqua. So you can actually find the text and use it too. And then the text in that color picker may come up with a hexadecimal code. In most cases, when you find the color you want, you just click and it goes into your program, so you don't have to do anything. Okay? So, but the bottom line is, if you come up with it on your program, you're going to have to know some of the basics of it, or you're not going to get very far. So that a lot of people drop out or have problems. So buy a program and then they can't use it because this thing comes up and makes you pick it. You can also, most of them, add your own colors. There's a color picker chart in the wheel on most, like Word, I think has it, Excel has it, all the Microsoft Office has it. Down at the bottom, you can add colors that you want. If I remember right, they have like 144 colors in there already pre-programmed for you, if you want to call it that. And they have names on them, common names, like white, lime, think of some colors, not normal colors. Aqua.
Turquoise.
Like a
Yeah,
blue, but like
the common colors that we use or that you have, especially in clothes and so on, will be there by name only. So in the computer, you can actually type red or aqua and so on, and you won't have to go through all this. But that depends on the program, which program that you're using. Now, the reason I think this is relatively important, and especially for 3D printing class, one of the ladies here a couple of weeks ago asked the question on, can we print color? Well, color's coming. 3D printing is relatively new in our world. But anyway, now you can buy 3D printers that have two nozzles. Okay, you can't mix colors the way I'm talking about yet, but you can, I don't think, I shouldn't say that because I don't have a two-color printer, but you can print like red and blue, and then your cake is white or whatever. So last week we had here a printer for food. So Erica took it home, and well, we'll show it next week, maybe put the video up. She's got a video, she printed a pancake. So it actually makes pancakes. And it makes them the shape you want them, and pretty soon, and they do have an attempt at color based on the amount of heat that you put through. The eye, for example, the mouth could be a darker color with a pancake. Well, in very near future, that will be a different color. Okay, so you could put blue eyes on there on a cake, and red lips, and so on. You can do that now with the 2D printer, but I haven't seen any for food yet. But those are for printing whatever you want, figures and so on. Okay. But it won't be too far in the near future that we'll be able to mix the two and come up with all the colors. So, okay. Any questions? Okay. Erica, why don't you come up? We're going to finish putting this together. We did last week what is called, well, actually 2 weeks ago for this one, an unboxing. So if you look on YouTube, if you buy anything today, it's not so easy to take it out of the box and get it working. So a lot of people have put up unboxings. So they take the box, they buy it, then they take up and make a video like we're doing here, then they put it on the internet. So if you're gonna buy anything that's gonna come, especially from China in a box, I would recommend you look on YouTube. Almost anything that you can think of is on there. So anyway, this is a printer that I happen to like for several reasons.